Hey everybody.
Hello, hello.
So we just came back from work. Um, Needless to say, we are tired.
What day is it?
I have no idea. It is a day of the week.
I don't know anymore.
So I want to talk to you about something that a lot of people are dealing with. And you saw that a few weeks ago we got a strike in our channel, and soon after, AP got a strike in his channel, and other content creators have similar issues. It is concerning when we see those type of things because the first thing the Cuban government did was control the media, control the narrative. To give you a piece of historical evidence of that is the first thing they do is when, in order for Castro to make it happen, the revolution, he took the radio station called Radio Reloj, which is a radio station that is annoying as hell because all you hear is and it gives you the hour. Yeah, it's a ticking clock. They give you news and they say the hour every minute of the day, 24/7. They took over that radio station because by doing that, well, it was evident now that the revolution is here, and they control the narrative, they control the media, they do everything. And that is concerning because we see the same thing here. We do have a First Amendment, and apparently the First Amendment can be trampled on by private companies because it's private companies, they can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. There's always a loophole.
There's always a loophole. But when will be enough? If our own government is going to use private companies to repress our First Amendment because they're doing the Second Amendment, so somebody else has to do the First Amendment so they won't be so bad, where are we going to be?
I fear where we'll be in 6 months to a year's time. I legitimately have fear of that. Before, this is something that we talked about, and SHTF, and it'll happen, and prepare. But now it's imminent. We are in the midst of it, and we're getting distracted and pulled in 50 million different directions that it's hard to keep it straight. It's hard to keep focus.
We don't know what is anymore.
You don't, and you're so busy trying to survive in survival mode that you don't know which way is up. And so I'm just afraid for the people who don't have their eyes open.
One of the things that we did 4 years ago, we saw the writing on the wall, and I told Mrs. D at that time, it has been our dream to move to Alaska, but I think it's imperative for us to do it now. She's like, why? I was like, I just don't like the way things are moving.
Mm-hmm.
We get here, things happen, and we see things moving, but not the right way.
Just a lot of shifts politically that I think affected us internally in the United States, not necessarily globally at that point.
I think the division has become more evident for everybody. Yeah. You're either with me or you're against me, and I can't say that I feel different, to tell the truth, because I am one who likes to talk to people and come to the middle for the majority of things. Nowadays it's like I can't.
Well, there's no way to get to the middle because the person you're trying to talk to is not even willing to go there, not even willing to hear you out.
Well, and the other thing is I'm always expected to be the one giving things up.
Right.
That's not negotiation, that is conceding. So
it's very one-sided. That's how it's felt.
Yeah.
It has felt.
So, one at one time an SHTF could have been a hypothetical. I feel that is no longer the case.
And thinking about it now, I always pictured it different. I always pictured it like another country attacking us, some outside force affecting us. But no, we're being attacked from within, and that is just mind-boggling. Mind-boggling to me.
If you remember when we were Great Men's Prepping, Great Men Prepping, when we were at his channel, I said that my biggest fear is our own government. Because our own government is against us.
But it's not just the government, it's at the community level now. It's us against each other now.
But it goes from here.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And
down.
It trickles
down.
It
trickles down, but that's where we're at now. And that to me is like, I never pictured this when I started this journey. I never thought of it that way.
My thing is that, you hear all the time, oh, if it ever happens, or when it happens, and it's always hypothetical.
But that's what it is happening.
It is happening.
It is happening. It's not about an if or when. It is happening. It's just not how we pictured it.
The collapse that most people think is the blazing fire,
the overnight instant.
Yeah, that is not the way it goes. Yeah. I was there in Cuba when the Soviet Union collapsed. It didn't happen like this. The Soviet Union collapsed. We didn't feel the effects until 9 to a year later. It was progressively getting worse and worse and worse and worse, being more restricted every day. We went to Walmart, and I don't know whether or not I mentioned this before, but we went to Walmart the other day, and I can swear to you that they have limits on eggs, the big carton of eggs, the one that brings 2 dozens?
No, not 2 dozen. It's like 5 dozen in that box.
5 dozen. And I can't remember for certain, but it's either 1 or 2 per household. I looked at that and I was like, Cuba all over again.
Yeah.
Now, they keep everybody entertained, with news that are really not news. The singers and the distractions and the 2-second TikTok videos. And people don't remember anymore what it is to be self-sufficient. In fact, it is a fantasy now. Folks don't want to get hot or sweaty. They don't want to go outside.
They don't want to put effort.
Butt up in the air and planting that little seed in the ground. They don't want to do that.
I just noticed, I don't know if it's burnout. I don't know if it's morale. I don't know if it's a change in just people in general. I just noticed people don't want to work. People don't want to work.
People don't want to work.
No matter the job, no matter how comfortable, realistically the job is, there's some gripe about it and they don't want to work. I don't.
My biggest fear is that we are getting to that tipping point that is going to be more and more noticeable for everybody. It is getting to that point that if you're not prepared, you're going to suffer.
At this point, it's too late. I think it's too late. I think with the food shortages coming,
I think we still have.
I think you should prepare. Just because I say it's too late doesn't mean you shouldn't be preparing every day as much as you can. Something is better than nothing. But I think, you never feel ready, no matter what. No matter if you've been prepping out there for years or.
No, I think I know what you're saying. I think what you're saying is like, don't fall asleep.
You're gonna feel Yeah, you're gonna feel the effects no matter what. Even us who've been doing it for years, I'm sure some way, somehow, we're gonna get caught flat-footed. Some way, somehow. You know, because as best as you try to prepare for every eventuality,
it's never enough.
It's never enough. It's some hiccup somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's funny. It's funny that we're talking about this, because I mentioned to Mrs. D the other day. I was like, there's gonna become a time that working your land will be more beneficial for you than go to an 8 to 5 job.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do your gardens. You're gonna have to raise your chickens. You are going to have to do it, because we get into that point, and you can ignore me if you want to.
It's history repeating itself.
It is history repeating itself, not because of history repeating itself, because people don't learn.
Well, that's the whole point.
Because you can explain to people. I have been in YouTube for now, how long? 3 years? 2.5 years.
Yeah, no.
2.5, 3 years.
3 years.
I have been telling everybody, listen to what I went through. Listen, it can happen here. It is happening here. Every year, and I have a mosquito. Every year, it proves me more and more that we are seeing the same things that I saw already in Cuba. So why?
Because that's how God
can
does
you get up and do something?
That's how God does it. He don't let you move forward until you stop stumbling with the same rock. Unfortunately, as a collective, we're not there.
I gotta tell you guys, I am very concerned. People don't seem to grasp the severity of the situation that we're in.
Or there's people I'm so surprised that are income restricted, that would be beneficial for them to save, prepare, prep somehow, some way, and yet they don't see that they can help themselves, but they'll go spend money on something frivolous instead of putting that towards something that could be beneficial to them in the future. They're just, oh well, the prices are going up, it is what it is. But if you would have saved, if you would have prepped, if you would have...
Yeah, it's an insurance policy.
Yeah,
it's an insurance policy, and I just don't understand. And I remember the comment was given to me by one of my siblings one day, and they were like, Billy, you can't fix stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I guess so. It's like, they're like, you live through this. These people have not gone through none of that.
Yeah, they don't have that person.
They don't have the scars that you have. And unless you suffer, you will never learn, because everything has been given to them. You know what? That is the reality.
Any child, right? You'll tell them, oh, this is going to happen. You're going to fall. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to... Until you go through it, you don't get it.
I'll tell you what. We are doing what we feel that it needs to be done. We are preparing our land with the mindset that one day we're going to get to work and the doors are going to be closed. And we're going to have to turn back and be like, all right, it is the homestead way all the way.
I'm having a difficult time continuing the path of the 8 to 5er. It's hard.
It's hard. There's no incentive.
I keep asking myself, what is this for? What is the purpose?
Employers are, and you correct me if I'm wrong, if you're a good employee, they ask more and more from you. But if you are a mediocre employee, they let you be. In fact, that mediocre employee might be actually the employee of the month. Oh, you know, you gotta carry it, and I say it because you know what I mean.
Either or, I mean, carry them
because they need help, and at the same time, I'm like, who helps me?
Exactly.
I have to do my job that I get paid to do. I have to do your job because you're incompetent to do your job, but I gotta be nice because you have a family too. when it's enough.
Or it's the best for the department. If we were all giving our best effort where we were the most happy and doing the best for our families, then I think that would be the best thing.
I think that is it. I think we all need to start focusing more in a little group, a little families. We need to start focusing more in growing our own food and developing what is ours. Because the moment that you go to an 8 to 5 job, that is not yours. You're working for somebody else.
You're working to put money in the bank for somebody else.
Somebody told us the other day in the trip about these. Even if I make a little bit of money, this little, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I'll be happy, but I will never work for nobody ever again.
Yeah, that's where I want to be.
That's
where I want to be.
What we're getting.
You know.
That's where we are struggling with. To the point of we like, I don't know.
It's hard for me. I'm having a hard time every day when that alarm clock rings to not throw it across the room and say, screw it, that's it, I'm done. I don't care if I eat out of a cardboard box. And luckily my house is my house, thank God for that, so I'm going to worry about that. But I got my boss talking to me about stuff and I'm like, I don't care. I really don't. So I don't know. There's a sense of urgency. This is like the second time I've said it in the video recently. Like, for me, like I said, it didn't look like what I expected it to look like. But I want people to realize we are in the midst of an SHTF.
I think we are already in an SHTF. This is the beginning. And if you are not awake,
we've been in it for
you are going to have a rude awakening.
Yeah. I hope that you are all doing well. I hope that you're taking care of each other and your families.
Yeah. Leave it down in the comments below. Share with us what's going on with you. I mean, we are trying to read all the comments. We give you a thumbs up and a little heart.
I would say we want to do a live here soon, but we have so much stuff going on, building projects that literally take days.
Yeah, and I have to get it done.
And I'm exhausted.
Very soon. However, without giving anything away, in 2 weeks, we're going to share some great news that you have never seen Mrs. D smile so much once she shared that news with y'all. But you got to stay tuned. I will not spill the beans on that news.
It
is nothing. I will not spill the beans.
No, I'm not spilling the beans. I'm just saying, I was going to say it's, it'll be a tell me something happy moment. There you go.
Yeah, that will be it. Most likely, Mrs. D will be doing a live, maybe, perhaps. I don't know, guys.
No live in 2 weeks. No.
But nonetheless, everybody, the sense of urgency is here.
Yeah.
Do not think it's not coming. It is coming. It is coming like a train without brakes. And whether we like it or not, we're going to have to deal with it. We can't put our heads in the sand anymore.
No, I want to, believe me, I want to just ignore the
You cannot bury yourself anymore
you can't.
In your phone, watching weird videos of people doing challenges and TikTok videos or artists, doing weird stuff or singing or...
Everybody needs a minute of escape, okay? Everybody needs that, but there should be balance. I don't
think that you have that minute to spare anymore.
There's not that minute to spare, but don't be that person that just is inactive and doesn't do anything at all to help themselves.
Yeah, so, again, what it was one theoretical, I think now is here, and we are already in it. So, if you think that I am wrong, let me know. Keep sharing these videos. This is something funny, but ever since we said that to you guys, ever since that a lot of you have left comments saying like and share,
yeah.
And you guys have been sharing these videos in your social media, whether it's Facebook, whether it's your own YouTube, whether it's whatever. The channel is picking up steam.
And I'm getting a lot of followers on Instagram, so thank you very much for your support.
Just remember, guys,
for your friendship.
We want to spread the word, and whether we like it or not, or whether you like it or not, We want to hear the truth, and we want to say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It may be unpleasant at times. You may see me red from time to time, but you will receive the truth in here.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? The truth is the only way to do it. And me sharing my experience, believe it or not, that affects me quite a bit because it helps me relive everything all over again. And yet here I am doing that for everybody. So none of you go through the same thing. And none of your children will have to.
Hopefully you hear it and receive it, and share your thoughts, share your perspectives. Maybe you live somewhere different than we do, and you're experiencing something different that we don't even experience here. I know it's different everywhere. So again, thank you for your support, your comments, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye, everybody.